Hey Nam fam, thanks for watching my videos and liking and subscribing them. This is the long-awaited Nubby and Rhino litter. They are 5 weeks old. Sorry I didn't do first week, second week, third week. I just had my baby last week and she is now a week old on Thursday, and these puppies are now 5 weeks old. So pretty much it's a whole litter of tawny and blues and tawny harlequins. That little girl right here walking towards the camera, that is a tawny harlequin female. She is available. And this male right here, this is a tawny harlequin male. He is available. And pick up this blue one, natural. And this is a male also. Show it to the camera. And this is a blue harlequin male. He is available. Show him the body. These are some really stout puppies for 5 weeks. They just turned 5 weeks yesterday. And they do have their neopars and been dewormed and parasite free as of right now. I do that every 10 days. I deworm them and give them a parasite treatment as well. They are all males. There's only 3 females in this litter, which is this tawny harlequin female. And then there is a blue female. Let me see if I can find her. Oh, I picked her up first try. This blue female, she is available. And there is a tawny female, but she's pending. I do believe this is her. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I'm good. This is the tawny harlequin, tawny female, apologize. And she's pending a deposit, but pretty much everybody's available but 2. So this guy is going to Canada. They just got done eating. His belly's full. Maybe that's a little bit better for you. He's going to Canada, and where is he at? And this little guy is an undisclosed owner. They didn't want me to release their information, but he's gone as well. All right, but as far as everybody else, I do have a blue male. And there is, I don't know if you guys watched all of my videos. I have a video out there, you know, explaining, like, there was a person in particular that was paper hanging dogs. She's back at it again, so I'm gonna be making a video that shows, you know, what dog names should be in your pedigree, because basically we made all the dogs. So if you don't have dogs with monster piece in it, then it's not a real dog. This is an available blue male also. So I'm going to go through all the pedigree names of all the foundation dogs. So if your dog does not have a foundation dog in it, it didn't come from our kennel, it's not a real North American Mastiff. That's why our slogan says home of the real damn thing. I do think I have one of the shirts on that say that, but you know, I'm not gonna switch it around real quick, but that's why, because in order to have the temperament and in order to have the look and the quality of dog, you have to breed 2 North American Mastiffs together. You can't just breed a North American Mastiff to, let's say, people like to breed them to Corsos. Then the quality isn't going to be there. You know, it's going to not look like a North American Mastiff. And it's not a North American Mastiff. That's why it says home of the real damn thing. So buyer beware, do your research, ask to see pedigrees, and know where, you know, where your dog's coming from, where they're living, and ask to see the parents' registration papers, number 1, because I've had some people purchase dogs and didn't even receive their papers. I'm not going to name any names, but they didn't receive their papers, and now they want to breed their dog and they don't have no papers. So you never know. And this is an available tawny male. So you just need to know what you're buying. It's like when you go and, you know, you get any product, whether it's a car or house, you know, you want to do your research. You want to make sure you buy a quality product. This is another tawny male that's available. And these are 5-week-old puppies. These are monsters right here. And they're going to go to the vet within the next 2 weeks to get their full health checks and their ears done as well. And they do have their dew claws removed. And this is another tawny male he is available. So basically I got 3 tawny males available, and I got 2 blue males available, and then I have blue harlequin male. I think he's pending. I'm discussing options with somebody purchasing him as of right now, but he is still available. Deposit hasn't been sent quite yet. I always say it's not sold till I receive a deposit, so I don't get anybody's hopes up. This is their first time outside, as we're their mom, their second mom, so that's why they're all over us. This is the tawny harlequin male. And all the tawnies will have blue eyes, and the blue will probably eventually turn to hazel or stay blue. So they all will stay blue. And then the blue males, their eyes will be like a light blue right now, but then they'll end up turning to like an ice blue. So their eyes will be blue also. And all the tawnies have the capabilities of making chocolate, tawny and blue. And all the blues will have capabilities of making chocolate, blue, and piebald reds, every color of the rainbow also. And this is the spoiled, let me see her. Tawny harlequin female. She's a little cutie. But you know, as if you guys watched all the videos, it's a very long video. The horseshoer's back at it again. You know, I'll explain like the differences of registries. Like a lot of the registries out there today, they're like fly by the night registries, where they'll just register a dog because somebody sends them a pedigree. They don't necessarily have to see proof of that person owns the dog. Like AKC, like if you have a pedigree, like anybody can buy any pedigree to any dog actually on AKC, but you have to get a title to your dog. So you'll actually get like a title, and it'll be a blue certificate, and it'll have your name on it, and it'll have your dog's parents' names on it, and your dog's name on it as well. And that shows certificate of ownership, such as like ICA and ACA does the same thing. You have to have proof of ownership of the dog. So there's other registries that just see a pedigree and they'll just register the dogs based upon pedigrees. And that's the particular registry that she's using. So they really don't verify that the person owns that dog, and they don't verify that that person actually does that breeding. So like, let's say, you know, that what they would do is, just for, you could film the puppies too, like playing or whatever. What they'll do is, like a Corso, in order to make a Corso, they use Neapolitan Mastiff, a Rottweiler, some use Boxer in order to make a Corso. So that registry in particular said, well, if you took a Neapolitan Mastiff and you had Neapolitan Mastiff papers or Boxer or Rottweiler, whichever, you could technically breed a Rottweiler to a Corso and then register the whole litter as a litter of Corsos, because technically a Rottweiler or any one of those breeds was in the foundation of making those dogs. So they would just take that dog's papers and make it a foundation dog just because, and then register those puppies as a Corso, which, you know, that's not correct, because you can't just throw in a random dog that's not even of the breed and say it's something that it's not. And whereas, like, let's say AKC And ACA, you can't do that. So with AKC, like let's say if you say it's a fluffy Frenchie, or if you say like certain colors are not admissible within the Corso breed, or certain colors are not admissible with certain breeds, you know. So if you send them in a picture and then they verify that, you know, it doesn't look like the dog or the breed, then they're going to request a DNA sample. So whenever they request a DNA sample, then if the DNA does not come back 100% the breed, then they don't give you papers. They pull the dog's papers and then they contact the breeder. So that's the difference between a reputable registry and a non-reputable registry, because there's lots of just registries that'll just dual register a dog just because the person shows them the papers, because it really doesn't hold up. And that's the difference that you want to look for. You want a name brand registry that's been in the business for a long time. So that's why all these dogs are ICA, and certain 7th and 8th generation dogs are moving on to ACA, and I'm in that selection process right now. I gotta submit, you know, pictures and records of everything, so they, you know, 4 of the dogs are capable of moving up to ACA. So I'm just waiting on you know, them to vote and the process to be moving along on that. But sorry this video was so long out. But the next video, I appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll have them when their ears and their vet checks are done. And I'll be going in on the dog pedigree names that you want in your pedigree. Because if you don't have these names, then they're not a real damn thing, as they say. All right, thanks guys. Have a good day.